Today is Friday, February 13th, 2026. I am your rapporteur, and this is 3D, the Daily Dossier. Sudan. New RSF drone strikes hit a warehouse in South Kordofan and a school in North Kordofan, killing civilians and students. Cuba. All major international carriers have officially suspended flights to Havana. The island is now physically unplugged from its primary tourism routes. Taiwan. President Lai warns that the $40 billion budget is a litmus test for U.S. reliability as 37 U.S. lawmakers send a formal letter pressuring the opposition. Japan. The Prime Minister fast-tracked a national referendum plan today to explicitly legalize the self-defense forces in the Constitution, ending their pacifist era. South Korea. Samsung and SK Hynix are pushing for a Tier 1 tariff exemption, using their massive Texas, Indiana factory investments as leverage. Netherlands. Final tenant grid sale terms now include a state intervention clause, allowing the government to seize control in an energy emergency. France. Le Pen verdict date. The court set July 7th as the final appeal verdict date. This will determine if she can legally run for president in 2027. Italy. While the Milan Cortina Olympics continue, the government is on high alert for hybrid threats following the foiled cyber attacks on Olympic infrastructure yesterday. Nigeria. Regional partners, the Quintet, warn of a humanitarian collapse. In Benue, kidnappers are demanding 30 million naira for teenage worshippers. Burkina Faso. The junta claims the dissolution of political parties is a purge of foreign influence necessary for the state to survive. Venezuela. Protests in Caracas demand clarity on whether the new transitional council is too close to foreign intelligence agencies. Libya. The NOC awarded exploration rights to firms MOL, Repsol, who agreed to provide and pay for their own private military security. Honduras. President Asfira faces a legitimacy crisis at home after refusing to spill the tea on the details of his private security talks in Florida. Russia. The Kremlin is using disqualification of a Ukrainian skeleton racer in Italy to fuel its anti-Western propaganda. Germany. President Zelensky arrived in Munich today, announcing a joint drone production deal with Germany and calling for Tier 1 security guarantees. Iran. EASA issued an emergency directive to avoid Iranian airspace through March 2026, citing unpredictable misidentification risk. Portugal. The 1.2 billion euro counterfeit ring has been traced to specific postal hubs in China, shifting the focus to global trade route security. Global thread. Transactional Sovereignty. Today's news shows that the VIP queue is no longer just a metaphor. It is a formal policy. At the Munich Security Convention, Secretary Marco Rubio told reporters that the world is in a new era where roles must be re-examined. The buy-in. South Korea and Japan are buying their safety through tech and constitutional changes. The self-insured. Libya is telling oil companies to bring their own armies. The locked out. Cuba and Sudan are facing the consequences of having no chips, literal and figurative, left to trade.